Hey everyone, my name's Jo and welcome to my channel. In this video I'll be doing a walkthrough of some of the travel items that I've bought recently. And the items in this video are intended for about a week's worth of travel. So we'll be starting off with the clothes. This is a pair of black leggings from J. Crew. I find that black leggings and black pants are really versatile. They'll suit any top of any colour. So these are pants rather than leggings, and these pants are fantastic from Lululemon. I find that they're really comfortable. It's almost like wearing sweatpants. These t-shirts are from Chenery and they're of an organic linen. I've heard lots of great things about merino wool, but I can't seem to find one that has a casual shape and a casual look. And I've just chosen a white t-shirt and a navy t-shirt. I've gone for some really neutral colours in the clothes that I've packed, so that hopefully I can make quite a few outfits with just a few items. And it's at this point that I realised I didn't do any ironing, and I do apologise for all the wrinkles on that shirt. Probably should have done the ironing. This is another linen shirt, except it's a long sleeve. I'm packing these into a square shaped Peak Designs packing cube. These packing cubes I bought from their Kickstarter campaign, and I find that they're really useful, very thin material. They are compressible. I haven't compressed them in this video, but you can overstuff it and then zip them up so that they squeeze down a little bit more. This is a boiled wool cardigan that I really like from Eileen Fisher. Keeps me warm and it still remains a very thin profile. So these packing cubes are double-sided, and people like to partition their clothes between clean and dirty. However, I'll be using the other side for larger items that I don't really want to roll up. As you can see on the other side, there's only one zip on one side of the packing cube. I'll be bringing one dress on this trip. It's a dress that I can make myself look fancy or be casually worn as well. And normally I'd probably fold this a little bit better, but for the sake of this video, I just wanted to show you all the things that can fit in this packing cube. A collared shirt is really useful, once again, as a standalone item to be worn with pants or as a lightweight jacket. And I probably wouldn't stuff it normally like this, but once again, just for the sake of video, please don't do this at home. It will probably lead to a lot of wrinkles. And right about now is when I realised I forgot to put in my sleeping pants. So the sleeping pants I'm using are the really flowy ones that people buy from Southeast Asia, and I've chosen a pattern that is quite plain, and if desperate I could probably wear them out as well. These packing cubes are really malleable in shape, so you don't really need to set things into a perfect square. And that's really useful for when you're putting the packing cubes into different sized bags. I've got a smaller one there for underwear, socks and bras. My shoes fit into a 2-litre dry bag, but I've got fairly small feet, so my shoes are size 36 and they fit quite perfectly in there. I've also got a battery pack with cables in there, so to charge my electronics, AirPods, my phone, which is a OnePlus 6T, and my toiletries bag. I won't be going through what's in my toiletries or makeup. if you're interested, I could always make a follow-up video later on. A water bottle is super handy when traveling, and now I'm just making some space for the first pack, which is the Cotopaxi Alpa. The Alpa is purchasable on Cotopaxi's website. I think it retails for about $200 US or thereabouts, and factor in a little bit of shipping to Australia as well. I've used this pack on one trip so far. I really like it. I like the clamshell opening. I love the colour and the look and the philosophy that Cotopaxi has with their items. So some of their profits go to developing countries and whatnot. However, I found that the pack was a little bit too large for my frame. I'm 5 foot, so fairly small, and this made me look like a turtle, and I don't know whether it's just because the backpack itself is green, but it definitely looked a little bit disproportionate on me. The clamshell comes with compression straps, as you could see here. They're okay, I guess they're useful for some, but we'll see later on how it becomes a little bit problematic when trying to access the laptop compartment as well. So both Peak Designs packing cubes fits in there, and the rest is just a little bit of me trying to play a little bit of Tetris and trying to figure out where things should go. So there is a little bit more space underneath there. However, if you were to put items in that little sneaky bit underneath, it would start to have a little bit of space occupied away from the quick access compartment, which you'll see later on. So this is the day pack that I've decided to use. It's from a brand called Hello Lulu. It's super lightweight. I really do like the general look of it, and it's fairly versatile. So it is colourful, but I'm actually using it at the moment as my work bag, and I'm really enjoying it. I guess one of the other negatives about the Cotopaxi Alpa is that it's quite a heavy bag, so without any items in it, it weighs about 2 kilos or just a bit more alone. And when you put in your extra items, it really does weigh down on your back, and it doesn't have load lifters. So if you do overstuff the pack, it tends to fall away from your back. This is my electronics pack. So in there are cables and things to charge up my devices. And this is my medication pack. So just a few everyday essentials in there, including things like a chapstick. Now I generally wouldn't put things like the medication pack or the water bottle into my one bag setup. I'll probably put them in my purse, for example, but I just wanted to see how many items I could fit. And this is me struggling to zip up the laptop compartment. Initially I thought it was perhaps because I overstuffed the inner compartment, so I'm trying to remove some things to see if it will zip up. And it's only got an iPad Pro 11-inch in there, so not a very large device either. And it's at this point that I realise it's nothing to do with how I overstuff things, but it's the compression strap that pulls the zip away. So if you undo the compression strap, you'll be able to zip up the laptop compartment. Another good reason to cut them off, I suppose. This is the quick access, and as you can see here, Cotopaxi has put in this system where it's got little tabs in that you can tuck the zips under as a security measure. It's not 100% robust, as in people can still access your items if they really wanted to, so it'd still be a good idea to purchase some locks if you were to use this as your one bag travel. I was initially going to put my Switch into the quick access pocket, but I thought I'd like to play it on the plane and that sort of thing, so maybe I'll put it in my purse. And instead I put in my makeup and toiletries pack. The Cotopaxi has handles on every side of the bag, making it really handy to pull in and out of tricky areas. and I'm using my Celine tote bag as my purse to put in the rest of the items that didn't fit or items that I want quick access to. Next is the Minaal Daily. So this is the smaller Minaal, meaning that it's a 21 litre. It's supposed to fit into the Minaal travel pack. I don't have the travel pack, I've just got the daily, and this bag really surprised me. It's a beautiful quality. I really like the side handle there, which is probably why I kept on grabbing it. However, because it is a 21 litre, I've decided to remove some items to give it a fair chance. So I've removed one t-shirt, one pair of leggings, essentially one outfit to make the 21 litres work. The other benefit of the Minaal system, or the Minaal Daily, is that it's a really lightweight bag. It doesn't weigh very much at all. I think this pack weighs less than 1 kilo, so it makes it a really comfortable carry. I generally like to put shoes at the bottom of my pack so that if I were to throw my bag around, I wouldn't be damaging anything. But it's at that point that I realised I probably won't be able to fit my underwears or socks anywhere else, so I better remove those shoes and put in my smaller Peak Design packing cube instead. So similar to the Cotopaxi, the Minaal Daily also has a rain cover. It's sort of hidden underneath the bag in a zipped compartment. You can remove that if you want to fit in other items, but I've left it here in this example and it still fits most of the things I need. So even with the weirdly shaped clamshell opening of the main compartment, in that it sort of angles and tapers off on one side, it still works really well. It's a very packable bag, and I'm sort of surprised at what you could really do with a Minaal. In the quick access pocket, I'll be putting in my toiletries bag, just in case I need to remove it for security when I pass through TSA. So with that alone, that's about a week's worth of travel in terms of clothes and shoes and toiletries. So all the essential stuff, and now this is just sort of added extras. I put in my iPad, and Minaal has a fantastic way of sort of suspending your laptop and your tablet. It's got Velcros on the horizontal and vertical aspect, so you can access your laptop or tablet from either the side or the top. And you'll find that the laptop compartment is actually quite spacious, so it's not a very thin profile, and because it opens up clamshell, you can jam quite a few things in there, like I have in this example. And given the quality of the bag, I'm not too concerned about overstuffing it. I know with other bags you'd be worried that the zip might break or the fabric might tear, but the Minaal just feels really robust and it feels like it can handle it just fine. I think I'm just overwhelmed and really surprised and impressed at how the Minaal has just taken up all those items. So to pair the Minaal, I'll be using the Hello Lulu day pack rather than my Celine. The day pack just offers me more space to put in some items that I'd like to bring with me on travel. These are items that may not be necessary for everyone, so they're things like an extra down jacket, because I tend to get cold, and then the travel hairdryer. Lots of people don't need it, but I like it when I travel. This day pack, though small, it actually fits a 750ml camelback, no worries. So really impressed with this day pack. And the front pocket can fit my passport, as well as things like AirPods, keys, as well as a little snack. probably not the safest place to put your passport. I mean, it's pretty accessible to everyone, but given how small the pack is, how close it is to your body, and it makes a fairly loud noise when you unzip it, hopefully you'll be alarmed if someone were to try and take away your things. So here are the things I sacrificed, and that's the Minaal setup. The Slicks backpack is my latest purchase. It sort of uses its own system, so I had to remove everything from the Peak Designs packing cubes. It's got its own packing cube, as well as its own dop kit, which I won't be using because I like my current setup instead. So the packing cube clips into the bag, which prevents things from sliding around, and I really like that. I find that bags tend to be a bit cavernous and things fall to the bottom. And if it doesn't have load lifters, it means that the top of the bag sort of just slants away from your body. I apologise for this part, this is just my chipmunk voice talking to my dad. But the Slicks packing cube has two sides to it, sort of like the Peak Designs one. This larger side I'll once again put in things I don't really want to roll up. And I'll zip that up. And then it leaves you with two other packing cubes. In one I'll put in 2 t-shirts, 1 long sleeve and a pair of leggings. And in the larger one I'll put my 2 pairs of pants, as well as my underwear, bras and socks. So that packing cube clips into place, leaving you with some space for some flatter items at the very back of your backpack. That little bulgy area on the bottom there that you can see next to the scrubber is its rain cover. So similar to the other bags, the Slicks backpack also has its own rain cover. Once again, you can remove that to create more space to put other items, but I like to leave a rain cover there just in case, 1, it rains, or 2, it actually acts as another security measure. So if you put on your rain cover, it makes it harder for people to access your items. Slicks also have compression straps, so once again things are definitely not going to slide around this pack, so it holds its shape really well. The front aspect of the bag is like a duffel, and I really like the duffel because it fits really oddly shaped things. So I've put my shoes horizontally at the bottom, and my size 36 shoes fits perfectly. One of the drawbacks of the Slicks backpack is that it tends to have 1 zip in most compartments. So the duffel, for example, it has 1 zip, which means that you can't open a small segment of the compartment in the middle, for example. If you just wanted to take out something from the center, you sort of have to unzip the whole duffel area. Just there you saw a passport compartment, and here is the shoe compartment. The shoe compartment feeds into the duffel area. I mean, there's a separation, but if you were to overstuff the shoe compartment, it will occupy the space from the duffel. And as I mentioned before, this is when I realized that there's only 1 zip, even for the main compartment. So you've got to zip that 1 zip around the whole bag. And I find that a little bit inconvenient. It does have a laptop compartment there. It's only a top opening. And in there I'm just going to put my electronics pack. A fairly nice looking pack. And I find but how it's a little bit heavy and doesn't quite fit everything I need, so I still need to bring my sling tote bag, and I'll just put the rest of the items in there. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I hope it helps you out.